After shocking divorce rumors, BinJin spotted together again. What are they hiding from the world? The silence was deafening. Rumors of a split had barely cooled when they were seen together again, under dim lights and away from prying eyes. Was it a coincidence, a farewell, or the start of something no one expected? Let Red Carpet Revealed take you behind the scenes as we uncover the truth they didn't want you to see. The marriage of Hyun Bin and Sun Ye-jin, Korea's golden couple, had not only captivated millions across the globe, it had become a rare beacon of authenticity in an industry often cloaked in illusion. But in recent months, that dream began to fracture. Rumors of separation, whispers of irreconcilable differences, and the eerie absence of public affection turned admiration into unease. Fans searched for answers, agencies remained quiet, and in that silence, speculation bred like wildfire. Was it the pressure of fame? Conflicting schedules? Or something far more personal? Too painful to name? Then, like a scene torn straight from a drama, on a rainy night under the cover of Seoul's twilight, BinJin was spotted together again, a night drenched in secrets. The clock had just passed 9 p.m. when a black Genesis G90 pulled into a nearly empty parking garage beneath a discreet Italian fusion restaurant in Hanam-dong. Known for catering to high-profile clientele who value privacy, the restaurant staff had been given instructions: a private reservation under no name, a secluded room, and absolutely no press contact. What they didn't anticipate was a passerby, a freelance entertainment photographer with a sharp eye and faster reflexes. Hiding in the shadows, his camera lens captured a woman stepping out of the vehicle, umbrella in hand, though her face was partially hidden by a white KF94 mask and a wide-brimmed hat. Her gait, her eyes, undeniable. Sun Ye-jin. Minutes later, a second car arrived. Out stepped a man in a dark peacoat, phone pressed to his ear, glancing around with calm precision before disappearing inside. It was Hyun Bin. The pair remained inside for over 2 hours. No managers, no entourage, just the two of them and the heavy weight of 1,000 unanswered questions. The silence that screamed. This clandestine meeting came only weeks after the most shocking wave of rumors yet, that the couple had been living separately since late last year. Several anonymous posts on Korean forums claimed sightings of Hyun Bin alone in Jeju, appearing unusually solemn. Sun Ye-jin, meanwhile, had cancelled 2 high-profile appearances, citing personal matters, and had taken to posting cryptic quotes about letting go with love. It wasn't long before tabloids began using the word divorce, not just in speculation, but in headlines. What alarmed fans even more was the deafening silence from both stars' agencies. No denials, no clarifications, just a void where reassurance used to be. So when they were suddenly seen again, together, it wasn't a calm after the storm. It was lightning in the dark. What happened inside? According to an anonymous employee at the restaurant, the atmosphere between the couple was unusually intense. They weren't arguing, but they weren't smiling either. The source said, they spoke softly, but their expressions were serious. At one point, she reached across the table and took his hand. He didn't pull away. The source also revealed that after their meal, the two remained seated for nearly 30 minutes. Not eating, not drinking, just talking. It felt like something important was happening. They added, like they were trying to make a decision. When they emerged from the restaurant, the rain had intensified. A single bodyguard shielded them with a large umbrella. They walked side by side, not holding hands, but not avoiding each other either. As they reached their separate vehicles, they paused. Hyun Bin turned to say something brief. Sun Ye-jin nodded. Then, for a moment that now lives in hundreds of fan-edited clips online, she smiled, a small, sad, knowing smile, and then they were gone. Industry insiders now find themselves split. Some believe this was a farewell dinner, an emotional closure behind closed doors before the inevitable public announcement. Others insist the meeting was a sign of healing, a quiet attempt to piece together what fame had fractured. One veteran reporter, speaking under anonymity, offered a third possibility. What if they were never truly broken? What if the rumors were just noise, and this entire time, They've been protecting something much more delicate, their privacy? Their child? Their peace? Because yes, there's one more piece to this puzzle that cannot be ignored. The couple welcomed their first child in late 2022. Since then, both have fiercely guarded their family life from public eyes. No baby photos, no interviews, not even a name revealed. For weeks, whispers of a breakup swirled through the air like a storm refusing to pass. The golden couple of Korea, Bin and Sun Ye-jin, who once lit up the world with their undeniable chemistry, suddenly found themselves at the center of a media circus. And then, finally, a voice cut through the chaos. In a brief yet firm official statement to the press, Sun Ye-jin's agency dismissed the rumors entirely. There is no divorce. We are still living together as usual. It was supposed to end the speculation. But somehow, it didn't. The press release was clear, short, unwavering, and almost cold in its simplicity. There was no mention of what sparked the rumors. No effort to explain the months of public absence, the changed expressions, the solo appearances. Just a line, a flat line. And yet, in the hours following the announcement, online forums exploded with new theories. Not less. Why did they wait so long to respond? Why was the statement so emotionless? Was it truly from Ye-jin herself, or a carefully crafted piece of damage control? One netizen pointed out a strange detail. Why didn't they post the statement on their personal social media? Why only through the agency? A love that once lit up the world. It's impossible to forget how the BinJin love story began. On screen in Crash Landing on You, where their chemistry practically set fire to every scene. Off screen, their connection only grew, culminating in a stunning wedding in March 2022 that looked like something out of a movie. White flowers, soft piano, tearful vows. They welcomed a baby boy in late 2022. Fans around the world cheered, believing they were watching the birth of not just a child, but a legacy. But soon after, cracks began to show, or at least, people thought they did. The rumors that wouldn't die. Sun Ye-jin began to withdraw from the spotlight. Her once frequent social media posts slowed to a trickle. Bin appeared at events alone, often with a distant look that some described as preoccupied or emotionally exhausted. Then came the anonymous comments on online forums. They haven't been living in the same house for months. He's been staying at a hotel in Jeju. They've been discussing separation privately. No confirmation, no denial, until now. Inside the statement, and what it didn't say. While the official statement has been circulated widely, one specific line stands out. We are still living together as usual. But what is usual for a couple under the weight of constant public pressure? Parenting and international fame? A former entertainment journalist commented anonymously. In my experience, when agencies say, living together, it doesn't necessarily mean emotionally together. Sometimes it just means contracts are still in place. Logistics, shared homes, but hearts? That's different. Behind the scenes, a quiet meeting sparks new speculation, adding more mystery to the situation. Just days before the official statement, the couple was allegedly seen at a discreet Italian restaurant in Hanam-dong. According to a source who works at the venue, the atmosphere between the two was tense but intimate. They weren't smiling, but they also weren't angry. It felt like they were walking on a line, trying not to fall. One detail especially raised eyebrows. As they left the restaurant, Bin reportedly said something softly to Ye-jin, just loud enough for a staff member to overhear. Next time, don't wait for me in the rain. A line like that doesn't sound like it came from a marriage with no problems. Fans divided. We believe in them, versus, they're hiding something. The fanbase remains split. Some take comfort in the official word, reposting old photos and using hashtags like #BinJin forever and #StillStrong. Others aren't so sure.